Hey everyone, Livy here, back with another video. We are in the final 4 decks for Tarot March Madness. Can you believe? Yeah, the last 2 we have here are the Mystic Fairy Tarot versus the Once Upon a Time Tarot. And if you did not watch last time, this was actually pretty close between the Magic Pantry and Sistine. But at the end of the day, the Sistine Tarot won because I liked more of the majors and it already won the cardstock round. So we are now into this division, and I don't know what's going to happen here, but we're going to look at it. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is round 1 of this. It's best two out of 3. So if you have ones that win like 2 in a row, you don't really have to go on to the next one. But this is the Mystic Fairy Tarot. This is, by the way, these are both mass market decks. This is Lo Scarabeo. This is an older version of the deck. I got it used. Whereas the Once Upon a Time Tarot is a Lo Scarabeo, and this is a newer deck. So let's look at the cardstock and shuffleability of these. Okay, so this Mystic Fairy Tarot is pretty much standard tarot size, I think. Yeah. The cardstock on this one, smooth, matte, bends very well. To be honest, these two are actually pretty much almost the same cardstock. So cardstock wise, these are very close. Now, if I was going to compare the sizes though, as you can see, the Mystic Fairy Tarot is slightly wider. But the Once Upon a Time Tarot, as you can see here, is slightly, very slightly taller. So let's see how they both shuffle for me. Okay, so this one is the size. Shuffles very well. For some reason, there's a hair there pulling that out. Shuffles very well. These are going to be very close. Okay, so this one, same thing, the same kind of cardstock. It has slight sheen, but not too much. Bends very well. This is Lo Scarabeo, though. And because it's Lo Scarabeo, that means, yes, it's slightly thinner, which I think I generally like more. So by the smallest of margins, I would say that because the Lo Scarabeo deck is slightly thinner, I'm more inclined to give it to the Once Upon a Time Tarot. But I like this is, by the way, this is an older version of Luang cardstock. Their cardstock's not like this anymore. If I was judging it based on that, if it had been the newer version, hands down this would have won anyways. They have very similar cardstocks, but this one is just not. They don't make that one anymore. But yeah, I like the Once Upon a Time. So we're going to move into the next round. For this round 2, what I said in the last video is still applies, okay? To switch things up just a little bit, what we're doing for round 2 is that instead of comparing more of which cards I like more, because let's be honest, this would probably win right out if we were doing which cards I like more. But we're going to do something interesting where we're going to compare the majors this time. So I'm going to save time, because I realized I took too much time last time. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to find all the majors in this deck and all the majors in this deck. And we're going to compare them and see which ones I like more. And then we will go from there. Okay. So let me pause this and then we can do our real comparison. Okay. Okay, we are back. I have put these in order. So, wow. Let's look at these. First off, we have this fool versus this fool. I can tell you right off the back, I really like the fool of this one more than this one, because this is actually Jack and the Beanstalk. This makes sense to me. This one, you do see that they're a foolish fairy, but I don't like the imagery of this one as much. So this one is only the winner. That's a pass. Puss in Boots versus this magician. I mean, you see all the elements still, Puss in Boots. This one has a deck of cards. If I have to think of who is the master of all elements, though, kind of like Puss in Boots more. I'm gonna, no. Okay, this is the priestess in this one. This is the high priestess. This is more traditional. This is definitely more spiritual. But I really like the colors in this one more and more the imagery going on here than this one. So definitely a win, not as much. This is where I'm conflicted. So this is definitely a more traditional empress. I don't like that she's pregnant, though. I'm usually not a fan of the pregnant empress. This empress is very different. She's an ice queen. She's the ice queen, which is a very different take on the empress. I normally would applaud a very different take, but I don't see the empress as being this wintry usually. And this is more of that. So I'd say this wins. This might be a bust. Okay. Now, if I have to look at these two, though, who do I think is a more interesting emperor? I like this emperor more than this one. Okay. And then we have the priestess. I actually like this priest, this is the priest. This is the Hierophant. I don't like this Hierophant as much as I like this one, so bust. Okay. Now, which lovers do I like more? I like that these two are more into each other, but I like that this one is a more traditional. This one, for those who are not as familiar, this one hints more at Marseille. And I like that he has to choose between them because it shows more that this is a choice. This is just more that they're into each other. So I like this one more than that one. Okay. Now, these are both pretty cool. I love that they're griffins here in this chariot. But this one is literally fucking Baba Yaga. And of course, Baba Yaga is the best. So that goes bye-bye. Strength. Obviously, we have Beauty and the Beast here versus this fairy trying to tame a dragon. And that is so... Okay, I like both of these. This one's hard. Which do I like more? Which do I like more? I feel like I like this one a little bit more, but this one is also cool, but I'm going to put that away. Okay. These hermits, they are very similar to each other. This one gives me more wisdom, though, than this one. This is very traditional, but I don't get the sense that this one is hiding away as much as this. Like, I don't know. I like this one a little bit more. I'm going to pass on that one. Okay. Now, this is really cool. Okay, so this one just has, like, the zodiac symbols, and this fairy is just, like, posing, very just so. This one is literally, though, Sleeping Beauty, and it's showing the passage of time and the ups and downs there. I like this a lot better than this, so that's going to go away. These justices are very similar. She's wrapped in fishnets. I don't know who this is supposed to be. I could check the guidebook, but I have no idea. Visually, this is pretty cool of a justice, though. But this one also gives you the same imagery. But I kind of like that this one is blind, showing that justice is sometimes like this is... this is very hard. But I think I'm going to give it to this one, maybe. Okay. Hanged Man. Oh, well, this is the Hanged Fae. This is the Hanged Man. This is Pinocchio, I believe. And this is the Hanged Fae. This one's more silly. You can tell that it's like they could kind of get out of this situation more. This one, I'm pretty sure it looks like, right? Then the rope is actually wrapped around her neck. So it seems more like death is imminent in this one than more than this one. This one is a lot darker. I don't know if I like that as much. I'm going to put that up there and put this aside. Okay. Now these two. Oh, I know what this is from, but I can't remember her name. Frahola or something? But this death looks cool. But which do I like more? I think this one I like more. This is bye-bye. Okay. Now we have Temperance. This is supposed to be, I think, this one, Princess. I think. Or the something in the Six Wands. I don't remember. This Temperance just is like a pretty fairy pouring water. Definitely like this one more. That one can go away. Now, these are both cool, though. We have Hansel and Gretel here for the devil. But this is like, I like the look of this one where it's like the tower strikes and it's more traditional and it's burning. But I think I like this one a little more, so that's going to go away. Oh, wait. Oh, I mixed this up. Sorry. Let me fix this. No. We'll fix this. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. If I was looking at this devil, though, I think this still wins. This is just an imp. It's fine. Yeah. Let's fix this. Okay, they're both towers burning down. This one's Rapunzel, though. And this one is just a fairy tower. So I think this one still wins. And this one goes away. These star cards, funny enough, are very similar to each other. I think this is the Frog Princess. And this one is just a regular fairy. Now, which one do I think makes it more apparent that it's hopeful? I think this one. So I like this one more. This is going to go away. Moon card. Red Riding Hood versus just this moody mystic one. I think this one's better. This one goes away. Who is this? I don't remember what tail is supposed to be. Oh, you still get a baby in this one. That's interesting. Very funny how they both have like the hair. I don't know why they're both doing that. I don't know what's going on with the baby. Don't like the baby as much. I like this one. That one goes away. Judgment. Oh, this is the Pied Piper. And what is this Judgment? Just inner feels. I like this more. Bye. Okay. And now, so this deck actually has 2 extra cards, so that's kind of cheating. I may not take those into account. But we do have these. So we have the world here versus the world here. I don't remember what story this is supposed to be. Is this Cinderella? Maybe I don't like that as much as this one. And then these are 2 extras, and I do like these. But, of course, we have a Wizard of Oz, and we have Alice in Wonderland. But I'm not going to include those. I'll put those to the side. I shouldn't have taken them out. I don't know why I bothered. Okay, let's see here which deck I liked more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow. Okay. Once again, guys, the Once Upon a Time Tarot. I don't know. This deck, it's so funny. I would have never have thought. But the Once Upon a Time Tarot is like kicking everyone's butts every time. I don't know why. It just did it. Yeah, the Once Upon a Time Tarot wins. Mystic Fairy Tarot, I'm sorry, but in comparison, you suck. I don't know. I'm being so mean now. Wow, though. Once Upon a Time Tarot won. I didn't get the same vibes from Mystic Fairy. And I had a feeling this was going to happen. But it's just so funny to see, like, how that happens. But yeah, Mystic Fairy Tarot is out. And that means, guys, oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to put this away so you guys can see what I'm talking about now. We are at a very, very crazy part, which I never would have thought this was going to be the outcome. But Once Upon a Time is now going to have to face off against the Sistine Tarot. Holy shit. Oh no. Oh my god. I don't know what's going to happen here. Ooh, this is gonna be crazy. I don't know. Okay, this is wild. Is this really gonna be my final round? Sistine Tarot versus Once Upon a Time. Did anyone think this was gonna be the outcome? Because if you had told me, I would have said no. I would have said no. This is crazy. Okay. Next time we are doing our final face off of Tarot March Madness. So I will see you guys all again then for the crazy finale. Bye.